Hey guys, Gathering the Magic back again, and wanted to share some of my ideas for how they could solve a lot of the problems that they've had so far with the Glint store. I know there's been a lot of salt, a lot of blowback, especially after the change that they made yesterday to the end of season rewards. Players saying that, hey, I'm earning a lot less, not happy with the system. One thing I do want to remind people is this is a brand new system. They're going to tweak a lot of things. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to give, and this list has been growing as I've been putting all my notes together. So I'm up to 9 different solutions or ideas or things that I think that they could add to the Glint store to really make it a lot better. So let's go through those. The first thing, and this is something that the team has talked about doing, is adding the different draws for a specific rarity, where you would go into the store and you would purchase a draw, and let's say it would be a common. So we'd be guaranteed a common card, a rare card, epic, and so on. Um, the way that I would kind of simplify that would be when you purchase a draw of each rarity, you only get one card. There's no chance of getting, 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 or 1 to 15, because then you lead to the disappointment of someone that purchases a master draw, can get anywhere from 1 to 15 of a card and they get one. So let's just simplify it. Every card, every draw is one card. Okay, you're guaranteed one common, one rare, one epic. You know what you're going to get. Across the board, just do the standard 2% chance of a gold foil. You can double it to 4 if you spend potions, and let's just add DEC and vouchers as well. So if you want to burn some DEC or vouchers to double that to a 4% chance, you're able to do that. The prices that I would set for each card, based on how they kind of had the current draws priced, I would set it at 100 glint for a common. So you spend 100 glint, you're getting one common card, 500 for a rare, 2,500 for an epic, and then 12,000 for 500 for a legendary. Another change that I would make is the glint cost does not go up. The prices are set. So if you want to buy 1,000 common draws, each one's going to cost you 100 each. And the reason why I'll go through in a minute in the following chart, you will see why. Because it's going to be how much glint are you going to need to max out your cards. So if you're spending 100 glint on every card, you need 400 BCX to max out one common card. So you're going to spend 40,000 glint just to max out one common. Now, at least for the current Soulbound set, there's 12 different common cards. So that means you would have to spend 480,000 glint to max out all your commons. Now, granted, every draw you're going to get a different card, so you're not going to get like 400 of one common and then move to the next. You're still going to have that RNG, but that I do have a solution for that as well. So we'll get to that in a minute. For the rares, you guys know you need 115. So at 500 per card, you're looking at 57,500 per rare to max out. There's 12 rares in the set, so that would cost you 690,000 glint. For your epics, and I'm very glad that they would add an epic draw because epics seem to be the hardest cards to get. But you need 46 epics, 2,500 per card, 115,500 to max out an epic. There's 7 different epics in the set, so you're looking at a little over 800,000. And then for legendaries, of course, 11 at 12.5. To max out all 12 legendaries, you're looking at 1.65 million glint. So altogether, if you wanted to max out every Soulbound card, it would cost you a little over 3.5 million glint. Now remember, you don't have to do this all in a season or two. Now usually when they have Soulbound cards, they have them on the market from 6 to 12 months. So let's say they only have these Soulbound cards available for 6 months. Okay, each month is basically 2 seasons. So you'll have 2 end of season rewards and everything that you'll get. So that means in a 6-month period, you would have to average about 302,000 glint per season. But remember, 2/3 of that amount is given away at end of season. So you really only need to battle for 1/3 of that. So if it's a 6-month window, you need to earn about 100,000 glint per season. Then you'll get that 200,000 as your end of season reward to come up with that amount to be able to max out your cards in 6 months. Now that's a 6-month window. I'm thinking more than likely when they come out with Soulbound, They're going to do them, basically, they're going to have them available for about a year before they rotate a new set in. So if you've got a 12-month window, then you're only looking at a little over 50,000 glint per season, which I think for most people would be pretty attainable to get a max copy of that in a year, especially with some other changes that I'm making that will make this a lot easier. Okay, so point number 2 for the in-store items. Why can't we just use a voucher DEC discount on some of the in-store items like the cards? So you don't have to spend 40,000 glint per max common. You can spend half of that in vouchers. So I think they're valuing a voucher at about 50 glint. So let's say you could spend one voucher on every common card, so you're not spending 100 glint per card, you're only spending 50. So this would be another great voucher sink, is that you can start spending your vouchers to help with the cost to level up your cards. So vouchers would be valued at 1 voucher per common. You can spend 5 vouchers per rare, 25 for epic, or 125 vouchers for legendary to knock all these costs in half. So if you do that, so now you're knocking this 50,000 glint per season that you need down to 25,000 glint, much more attainable. So once again, this would be a great voucher sink. Also let people spend DEC if they want to spend DEC to knock down these glint prices. It'd be a great DEC burn as well. Another thing that would be great is, like I mentioned earlier, what if you already have a common card maxed out? You know, you need 400 of it. You finally get that last copy, get your next draw, you get another one of it. It's like, oh, I don't need it, it's already maxed. Just simply have a setting, kind of like how we have right now, where you can turn potions on and off. You have a setting where you can turn it on or off, whether you're going to keep getting cards if you already have a max copy. So if you have like a max copy of a certain common, you could turn that setting on, say, you know what, hey, I don't want to get any more cards if I already have one maxed out. So then when you get your next common draw, it will not be that one. It will be a different one that you need. And this will help you greatly to not get extras and to just work on the cards that you need. And once again, it's a setting you can turn on or off at any time. The next thing, rotate different items in and out of the store throughout the season. I think they need to do this just to keep things fresh and to kind of subtly encourage people to just log in and check out the store every day. Because right now you know what items are in the store. You can just simply log in. You can go to the main screen. You can go to the store, go to the shop, and you know what's going to be there. You know it's going to be, you know, the 5 different draws. You know it's going to be merits, you know it's going to be energy, potions, and the 3 titles. You need at least 1 or 2 spots here that's something random that pops up, just to kind of encourage people to check it out. It's like, oh, I wonder what's in the store today. It could be a different kind of draw where maybe it's like, hey, this draw will include 1 common and 1 rare card, or this draw will include, you know, an epic or a legendary, something like that. It could be maybe just a promo card. They just surprise everybody completely out of the blue. It's like, oh, here's this card. And everyone's like, what? What the heck is that card? And that's something I really wish that they would do, is introduce cards to the game just out of the blue. No drop, no, you know, hey, in 3 weeks we're going to release this card. Nope. Just surprise people out of the blue. And people are just kind of shocked. It's like, oh, what is that card? And it's only available at very rare times in the store. So kind of adds a small level of excitement. Another thing they could do is maybe a bundle where maybe it's merits, but instead of it being 200, it's like 1,000 merits for maybe 500 glint. So it's a little bit of a better deal. Once land comes out, maybe they could add some random land resources, you know, food, you know, different tokens, wood, whatever. Just something, you know, random that they could add. And then maybe packs. You know, maybe at some point, once in a while, it's like, hey, do you want to buy a Rebellion pack for 5,000 glint or whatever? You know, just something like that. And maybe even do a limit 1 or something like that. But, you know, just something to just kind of spice up the store on a day-to-day basis, just so that you are wanting to log in and check it out every day. And speaking of logging in every day, wouldn't it be cool if you got free stuff just for logging in every day? Kind of like Splinterforge, where you don't even have to play. All you have to do is log in. So what they need to do is every day you get an item, and then at the end of the month you would get a free pack. So I just kind of wrote down just what my ideas would be just kind of based on how Splinterforge does it. So let's say day one, you log in, you just get a free legendary and alchemy potion. I know some people have kind of complained that, now that we don't have chests anymore, I'm not getting free potions. It kind of stinks. Log in every day with this system and you're going to start getting, a few potions every day. Another thing they could do, day two, you get a free energy. So this kind of will encourage people to play. It's like, hey, I thought I used all my battles. Whoop, I got one more energy. I can play one more battle. Day three, just a little bit of merits. Day four, maybe give some glint away just for logging in, just a small amount. And then on day five, you get a free common draw where you don't have to spend any glint. You just get a free common card. And then it just kind of rotates from there. So every day you're getting, a little bit more potions, a little bit more energy, merits and glint. Day 16, get a mystery chest. We'll go through that later. And then just increasing amounts of all those. Once you get to day 25, you would actually get a free epic draw. So you would get a free card. Towards the end of the month, you'd get another mystery chest. And then the last day of the month, you would get a free pack from Modern. So you would either get a free Rift Watchers pack or Rebellion pack. So I think that would be something that would be really cool. And you have to log in every day. Okay, and like I said, just make it rewarding, make it fun, make it where people want to log into the game every day. If nothing more than just to claim a little bit of energy, a little bit of glint merits. Just check to see what that random item is that rotated into the store. You need to have something to get people to want to log in every day. Another thing that they've talked about too is just increasing the amount of glint that you'll get per win. For my lowest account that right now is playing in Bronze 3 and Bronze 2, I'm only getting like 7 glint per win, and even with a decent amount of SPS staked. And so it takes me over 20 battles just to get enough glint just for one common draw. So I would say, I don't know how they're going to run the numbers, but even if you're at the lowest leagues, I think you need to get at least, based on the current cost of things, you need to get at least 10 or 15 glint per win. So this is something I know the team's working on, so I'm not really too concerned about it, but I did want to add it at least for this video. Mystery chests. This is something I had an idea for ages ago with the lock loot chest, different keys, all that kind of thing. Not all the time, but every once in a while, like when they have their daily item in the store that they rotate in and out, maybe 3 or 4 times a season, have a mystery chest. And mystery chests would cost a different amount of glint based on the tier. So you would have kind of like a common, rare, and like a legendary mystery chest. And you would know by the color of the chest and the cost. So if you had a low cost mystery chest, it's probably just going to have, some of the lower tier items, but maybe something that's desirable. Like you would get, bundles of potions, merits, maybe a free random draw or two. Something that is worth it, so let's say a mystery chest costs like 1,000 glint. Maybe you're going to get like 10 of each potion, guaranteed. So it's like, hey, I know what I get in a mystery chest is going to be worth opening. Maybe the mid-level mystery chest will have, higher amounts of merits, potions, maybe a glint multiplier potion. And then when you get to the highest level mystery chest, maybe one that costs like 10,000 glint or something like that. You're going to get an epic or a legendary draw. You're going to get a huge amount of potions. You're going to get at least enough merits for a pack or two. And, you've got a chance of getting that highest glint multiplier potion, 2.5 to 3x. Okay, so now you're saying, well, what the heck's a glint multiplier potion? So this would be, and this is my next idea, it's a potion that gives you a 24-hour multiplier boost to your glint earnings per battle. So if you pull a glint multiplier potion 1.5 or 2 times, you get that much boost to your glint earnings per battle for 24 hours. The highest glint multiplier, if you get it out of the high level mystery chest, would be up to a 3x. So for 24-hour period, once you use that potion, you could get up to 3 times the glint earning. So this is really going to encourage you to play as much as you can, burn all your energy to get the most glint possible. So this item I don't want people to worry about. It's like, oh, the bots would farm it. You can only get it in a mystery chest. You can only get it in the store when it's available, which is going to be very, very random. And it's going to cost a decent amount. So you're not going to be able to farm these and get like 20 or 30 or 40 of these mystery Glint Multiplier potion, so don't worry about that. And one of the things that they could do with this Glint Multiplier potion is, number 9, make it available for those who have staked SPS only. So if you don't have a certain amount of SPS staked in the game, you don't even have a chance of getting this Glint Multiplier. The biggest concern that I hear from people in the community, and I even have the concern myself, is, hey, I've spent hundreds of dollars or thousands and thousands of dollars on this game and I'm not earning anything. I've got cards that I can't sell. My cards are going down in value. I need to be basically rewarded for my time, my attention, and the money I put into this game. Well, one thing that I was thinking of what they could do is they could have special items in the store, like maybe the Glint Multiplier Potion. You can only buy it if you have a certain amount of staked SPS. And I'm just throwing the number out there, 10,000 plus. Maybe they want to make it 20,000. I wouldn't put it higher than that. But if you have an account, you've got a huge amount of SPS staked, you're committed to this game, you're a dedicated player, you need to be rewarded. And one of the ways I think they can do that is if you've got 10,000 or more SPS staked and you buy a card off of the store using Glint, whether it's a promo card, a soulbound card, you can sell that card right away. There's no unlock costs. You can buy it, you can sell it, you can trade it. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want with it, but you have the ability where, hey, if I want to sell that card and put it on the market, you can. And like I said, I've already gone through this. Should only be rewarded, people should be rewarded for being able to purchase and sell items from the store. These things are only going to be available for a limited time. So one of the arguments would be, well, the problem we had with that before is the bots farmed it. There's just millions and millions of them on the marketplace. The commons went down to a penny or under a penny. Well, the thing is, remember, this is only available for a limited time. These soulbound cards are only going to be out for, 6 months, maybe a year. And only the people with a decent amount of SPS are going to be able to sell these right away. So you're not going to get flooded with these on the market because, people are going to want to keep them for their collection. They're going to want to max out their cards. And remember too, guys, a lot of people have already burned their extras. So don't worry that there's going to be a ton of gold foil epics or legendaries on the market. A lot of people burn these already to get the titles. And, the argument is, well, what if there's 10,000 bots farming them? Great, go ahead. You can farm them all you want, because if there's 10,000 bots, each bot has to have 10,000 or more SPS. So that's 100 million SPS that they have to stake if they want to buy these cards and put them on the market. Another thing they could do is say, hey, the cards that you can buy or sell are based on the amount of SPS you have staked. So let's say if you have 10,000 SPS staked, you can buy and sell any of the common cards. The other ones are still soulbound. If you have 20,000 or more, hey, you can buy and sell the rares. 40,000 SPS, blah, 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 and then 50,000 or more legendary, you get the picture. So just some of my ideas, things that I think that they could do to, just kind of encourage people to log in every day, keep playing, don't be so, discouraged without being able to sell items. If you have a certain amount of SPS staked, you should be able to sell that card without having to unlock it. Reward people that have put a lot of money in this game. So another thing I want to leave, just final comments. The store is going to evolve greatly over the next few months. It's going to evolve greatly over the next few days and weeks, probably. And me personally, I'm not spending any of my glint until changes have been made. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to earn as much glint as I can, and I'm going to hold it because for one, I think they're going to come out with the rarity draw very quickly. So I'm saving all my glint for that because I definitely, at least for me, want to max out my summoners. So I'm going to be saving all the glint I can accumulate for those rare draws. So just remember, guys, don't get discouraged. Things are going to improve. Things are going to get better. Hopefully they can implement at least a few of these ideas. I hope the team is able to see this. The main one I really want to see is people that have staked a large amount of SPS should be able to sell their cards without unlock costs. If you don't have a ton of SPS staked, you should still be able to unlock those cards. It will cost you whatever amount of DEC they determine is appropriate. But if you're a large holder of SPS, at least for these soulbound cards and things available in the store, you should be able to buy them and sell them. So just my ideas. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And just remember, guys, things are going to change. Things will get better. and just keep staying the course, keep on forging, have fun. We'll see you soon. Take care.